This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, as we welcome you back inside the gym here in Pocatello as the Preston Indians come north to take on the Pocatello Indians tonight as they'll put their 6-5 record on the line here against Pocatello. They played 3 games over the weekend in the tournament. Didn't quite go the way they wanted. They beat Bountiful, then lost a couple of close games, including a 2-point game on Saturday against Green Canyon. We'll talk to Coach Kimber Hall about those games coming up here in just a couple of minutes when we get into our pregame visit. But things started to look a little bit better, even though they lost against Green Canyon. Some of the other players really starting to pick up their game a little bit better, so they head on the road tonight. Tonight's the 5th road game of the year for the Indians. In their first 4 roadies, they had 3-1 overall. The best the past several years. They have been much better at home than they have on the road. In fact, there's 17 games under 500 on the road over the past several years. But here, as they come here to take on the Pocatello Indians, the Preston Indians have won 17 of the last 30 games played head-to-head. Most of those were in Preston, as they have not won here in Pocatello since Coach Kimber Hall took over the program a couple of years ago. The win by Pokey in the past January snapped a 4-game winning streak by Preston against the Pocatello Indians. Preston had also beaten Pocatello as many as 7 straight times, starting in December of 2008 and running through January of 2011. So it's the Preston Indians had to have their upside against Pocatello, but then again, Pocatello has done the same thing as well. As from January 2012, they also posted a 7-game winning streak head-to-head against the Preston Indians as well. So it's a league game, a conference game. It's a kind of a rivalry game, as I'm sure that both sides will have their opportunities tonight. You know, for Pocatello, they have about 15 people on their roster, but there's only about 8 on the floor, so they look like they might be playing a little short-handed tonight. We understand that Destiny Harris looks like a senior, looks like she might be out. It looks like she might be out with a little bit of a hamstring issue, so we'll see what happens with her and see if she'll be able to play or not. Either way, it's the Indians and the Indians coming up in just a few minutes. When we come back, we'll sit down, we'll talk with Coach Kimber Hall about the way the tournament went and then taking on the Pocatello Indians up here tonight. We'll get to all that as we continue right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured.
Stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back to the Indians pregame show. Kimber Hall, our guest here, has been chatting a few minutes before the start of tonight's game here in Pocatello. I guess it goes without saying the tournament really didn't go the way quite you wanted it to go.
No, well, we got 3 games in. We only won 1, and Ryrie bombarded us with 3-pointers, and we weren't able to. We stayed close with them the whole time. That's a very good team, but we should have used our height a little more to our advantage, which we didn't. And then the last night we played Green Canyon, and that's one of my old assistant coaches. We lost to him last year in overtime, and by dang, we were ahead by 15 points in the third quarter, and I'll be danged if we didn't give the ball game away, and they beat us by 1 or 2. I can't remember, 2 points, I think. And the girls played really well middle of the end of the second quarter and the whole third quarter until maybe the last minute or 2 of the third quarter, and then we started giving the ball away and had way too many. We had 25 turnovers, and then we had missed some easy shots, and they come back and beat us. But the girls, this is a new season. This is a league game, and we've never won up here at Pocatello since I've been here, and so this is a big game for us.
Yeah, we talk a lot about Bethany Dow, and she earns it certainly. She had 21 in the game on Saturday. But Liz Linhart turned in a heck of a game, 11 points and 10 rebounds.
Yes, and she has started, she shot well all during the tournament, best she has all year. And so I'm hoping that continues, because we need her to score inside the key, or above the key a little bit and underneath the basket. And the thing got on her about rebounding the other day. She only had like 1 rebound one night, and before the tournament, and I says, you got to get more rebounds than that. And she's been rebounding better, and we just got to use our height and use those girls. But even though we've got the height, those two, got to remember, we got 3 other girls out there too, and they've got to share the ball. If they don't have a shot inside, they got to kick it outside, and we got to be able to knock them down. And Alyssa Wood has done real well shooting, and we're going to try to get the ball a little more in her hands so that she can shoot, and because she's been very effective this year when she has shot from the outside.
You mentioned you never won up here in Pocatello. What makes it so difficult to come up here and win?
Oh, they've had some good teams. They're down a little bit this year. That's my understanding. The Harris girl, that's their post player, is not playing tonight because she's got a hamstring pull that's been out for a couple of weeks. But that even if she doesn't play, I don't know if that is true or not. We'll have to wait and see. But even if she doesn't play, it's just a rivalry, that Pocatello Indians against the Preston Indians, and so it's never an easy place to win here. So we'll have to be ready to come.
Yeah. You mentioned rivalry. I noticed that even going back to during the fall during the football game, but Pocatello came down to Preston and play. There seemed to be just an edge, everything to both sides as soon as they came on the field.
Yeah, there is, and we've been fortunate the last 2 years to be in second, or have the second place playoff game at our place. We've had to play Pocatello both times, and both times we've beat them to go to state. So that's a little feather in our hat. We beat them 2 times each year, and they beat us once. So we want to beat them every time this year.
Well, hopefully it'll start tonight. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
That's Kimber Hall, our pregame guest. Take a timeout. Back with more after this on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
To stream it all live.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Welcome back. We go over some of the keys to tonight's game as we work our way down toward the opening tip and the starting lineups. First of all, for Preston, as always, stay out of foul trouble. You need to keep the big girls on the floor and let them play as much as they can. Liz Linhart needs to continue her play, the inspired play that she's had during the 3 games at home during the tournament. On Saturday, 11 points, 10 rebounds, really answered the call of Coach Kimber Hall to crash the boards some more. Bethany Dow also needs to continue to make her shots inside, use that height advantage she's going to have in almost every game. She had 21 points on Saturday. And then don't turn the ball over. Preston really turned the ball over way too much on Saturday. It allowed the opposition to come in and come back from behind and come away with a 2-point win in that game. That, of course, was a game against Green Canyon, and that really proved to be the difference. So take care of the basketball, score, and stay out of foul trouble, the main keys tonight for the Preston Indians. Take another timeout. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip. It's all coming up next here on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level, with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
This is Preston Indians basketball. All the excitement of the best basketball action in Idaho is just ahead. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Webb Funeral Home, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited. And hi again, everybody. Dan Hubbard with you from Pocatello. As tonight the Preston Indians put that 5-6 record on the line as they come up here to take on the Pocatello Indians, who have not had as much success so far this year as what they are normally used to. And we'll see what happens tonight after when this game is over and in the books coming up at the end of the evening. Pocatello dressed in white with red trim tonight for the Preston Indians in their blue. Preston scrolled across the chest in blue numerals, or I should say white numerals, and white trim on the shorts as well. We had a little bit of snow earlier this morning. It was still a pleasant drive up here today. So hopefully it'll be an equally as pleasant drive home. And for the Indians, the Preston Indians, I should say, hopefully that will come with a win under their belt as well. Jessica Alder will start, 5'9" senior, one of the shooting guards. Also, Alicia Wood will start, a 5'5" senior. They want to get the ball to her more and let her try to shoot more. She's been shooting very well of late. A 5'5" sophomore, Addie Mosier, will start, as will Bethany Dow. Bethany, a 6'1" senior, had 21 points in the game against Green Canyon. And Liz Linhart starts tonight for the Indians as well, coming off that performance where she had 11 points and 10 rebounds the other night against Green River. Now here comes the Pocatello Indians as they announce their starting lineups here tonight.
Here are the starters for Pocatello Indians. A junior, number 4.
It'll be Addie Spillett will get a start this evening. She is a junior. Maddie Wilkes will also start this evening for the Pocatello Indians.
Number 11, Megan Rao.
Megan Rao will start tonight,
number 12,
as she is a junior. Abigail Pearson will start this evening.
number 25,
And Peyton Cates, the junior, will start. So kind of as we thought, and as we were told, Destiny Harris not in the starting lineup, and it remains to be seen whether she's going to play at all tonight or not. With that little bit of a pulled hamstring, she's missed the last couple of weeks. So we'll see if she's going to get into the game tonight or not. The referees are ready. Players are all on the floor. And with a definite height advantage, Bethany Dow is going to jump center against Peyton Cates. Waiting for one of the Pocatello players to cinch up his shoe. Now she's ready, and we're ready to play basketball. The JV team came away with a big win. They won by about 27, if memory serves me correctly. It was fairly one-sided, as the tip is controlled by Bethany Dow for the Indians. Tried to force it underneath. Loose is finally picked up there by Jessica Alder. Alder swings it over into the right corner. Dow drives the baseline, loses it, able to get it back at the right block. From her wallet, flips it in the corner to Mosier, but Mosier traveled. Well, last game they played, they turned the ball over 25 times. That's certainly something that Coach Hall wants to limit tonight. But on their first possession, they turned the ball over again on a traveling violation. Spillett down the middle, throw it up and in. Addie Spillett gets her team on the board here early, and Pocatello jumps out to an early 2-0 lead here tonight. Wood drives, gives it to Alder down the baseline off the glass. Nice shot. Jessica Alder able to go up and off the glass. She had 5 points in the game the other night, but more importantly, she was big on the boards as well. She had 6 rebounds in that game against Green Canyon. Spillett in the corner. Can't get a shot there, so Pearson will bring the ball back out. Now wants to drive back into the corner. Brings it back out top to Spillett. Swing it around to Cates. Has her shot blocked from the left elbow. There was Dow that got a hand on it. Here comes Mosier down the floor. Kick it off in the left corner. It's over there to Wood. Now she'll bring it back out to Mosier and try to set up the offense again. Mosier had it tapped away, able to pick it up. Gives it to Dow. Dow drives down the baseline, goes high off the glass and in. So Bethany Dow, with her 21 points the other night, now has 6 games of 20 points or more on the year. Pearson back out top to Spillett. Spillett holds. Now puts the ball back on the floor. Wants to go down to the left corner. She does. That comes to Maddie Wilkes. Skip pass back across here to the near side. The three-point attempt is no good. The shot put up by Pearson. Rebound to the Preston Indians. Wood brings it up into the front court. Drives down the right side. Now spins and comes back to the middle. Gives it back to Mosier. She drives all the way to the basket. Lay it in. Strong move by Addie Mosier. And the folks who made the drive down from Preston, sitting to our right, were appreciative of the effort. 6-2, favor of the Preston Indians here. 5.5 to go in quarter number 1. And the 2-point jumper is up and in. Abigail Pearson makes her first 2 points of the game and brings it back to a 2-point game again at 6-4 on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. Wood, spin move, gives it off to Alder, comes across the top of the key, gives it back to Mosier. Down in the right corner, it goes to Dow. Looks inside, gets it to Linhart. Fall away 14-foot jumper is just a hair short. Spillett has the rebound and sees that the defenders are back, so she will pull the ball back out. She'll slow it up and get it up to the free throw line to Rao. Rao's shot off the glass is no good. Dow has another rebound here in the first quarter as she hands it off to Wood. Pushes it up into the front court to Mosier. Mosier, a little crossover dribble, crosses over another time, gives it back to Wood. Wood down the middle, scoop shot, but she's fouled before the shot. Foul's going to go against Spillett, her first. That's the first foul of the game, almost 3.5 minutes in. Ball belongs out of bounds. They call it on the drive. Underneath their own basket for the Preston Indians. Comes into Mosier. She gives it back to Wood in the corner. Down on the block, it goes to Dow. Drop step, little left-hand hook is up and in. Bethany Dow with 4 points here in the first quarter, and it's 8-4. Preston on top. Glad to have you with us tonight here from Pocatello. Don't forget, the boys tournament starts tomorrow as the pass is thrown away inside. Linhart able to pick up the garbage. 8 o'clock, we'll have the boys game for you tomorrow night against Bonneville here on mylocalradio.com. Comes down to Dow. Dow as reaching in was Cates. I think she got one hand on it, and they called it a tie-up. But it's going to go back to Pocatello on the alternating possession rule. As the referee walks past me, gets in front of Coach Hall, he says, doesn't she have to have 2 hands on the ball to get a tie-up like that? As losing the ball inside, it's going to go back over to Preston. As it was Pearson's drive, she lost the ball off her foot. It rolled between Bethany Dow's feet and out of bounds. So here comes Wood under no pressure, pushing it up into the front court. High off the glass, no good. Linhart with the rebound, that's no good. And coming down with the rebound is Peyton Cates for Pocatello. She hands it off to Spillett, who brings the ball back up into the front court. Spillett drives down the right sideline, tries to bounce it down low, and Rao had it, tried to save it onto the floor, but she bounced it out of bounds. So each side has turned the ball over several times here in the first 4.5 minutes of the game. 3:20 to play here in the first quarter. Preston up by 4. As it comes to Dow, top of the key. Spin move, 13 foot off the glass in. Bethany Dow had win now with 6 here in the first. As once again, Preston opens up a 6-point lead here in the first quarter. They don't pick up in the press at all so far tonight in the first few minutes. Back out top, it comes to Pearson. Pearson along the left sidelines to Wilk. Now back to Pearson again. Pearson looks into the right corner, can't go there, so she gives it off on the wing. Goes to Spillett, back to Pearson. Swing it back over to Wilkes. 2-pointer from the corner is up and in. That's Peyton Cates with her first 2 points of the game. She gets on the stat sheet and cuts the lead back down to 4 points as Preston with a 4-point advantage. Woods gives it along the near sideline to Alder. Alder looks for Wood in the corner in the right side. Looks inside. Good defense being played against Dow. They can't go in there. Give it to Mosier. Mosier dribbles across the right side. Back to Wood, who brings it back out top again. Spillett is on her. Back to Mosier on the right side. Drop it down on the block. It goes to Alder. Turnaround jumper's good. Check that. It went to Linhart, I should say. Linhart with her first 2 points of the game. Everybody ran down the floor and left the girl taking the ball out. Spillett all by herself. Somebody had to come back and help the ball. 1:45 to play here in the first. 6-point lead for Preston again. Pearson wants to drive. Kicks it off along the baseline. 2-pointer is no good. Linhart with another rebound inside. Good position that she had on Rao. Give it to Wood. Up into the front court. Wood inside to Linhart. Can't get a shot. Gives it to Dow. Dow drives down the middle and is going to get bumped. Be a blocking foul before the shot as the ball be out of bounds below the Preston basket, but it'll stay with the Indians. Fouls on Peyton Cates, her first, and just the second against Pocatello. Mosier's going to leave. Sage Meek comes in, number 12 in blue. Meek had 2 points in the game the other night against Green Canyon. Gets the ball right away, drives down the right side, off the glass, no good. Rebound is off to Pocatello, quickly up into the front court. They get it to Wilkes, and Wilkes travels with the ball. So another turnover gives the ball back over to the Preston Indians as Meek will bring it in. She'll bring it into Alicia Wood in the backcourt. 1:05 to play here in the first half, or the first quarter, I should say, to Meek in the right corner. Meek pops it back out top to Linhart. Linhart back to Wood. 55 seconds to play in the quarter. Down low on the left block, it goes to Dow. Turnaround jumper in the paint, no good. Linhart with the rebound. Her putback is also no good. Here comes Spillett back the other way. Driving all the way, even though the defenders are back. Her layup is no good. The rebound comes off wildly and then off the foot of, I thought it was going to be off the foot of Shaylee Davis, who's just into the game, but they're going to say no, the ball's going to stay with Pocatello. Cassie Pugmire into the game for the first time, replacing Liz Linhart, who will go to the bench. Pugmire, 2 points and 5 rebounds in the game on Saturday against Green Canyon. 33 seconds to play here in the quarter. Spillett gives it back to Pearson. They try to dump it down low inside. The ball is loose inside, and basket put up and in. Count the basket. And the basket is scored by Shaylee Davis. She'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. Cassie Pugmire just into the game picks up the foul. That's just the first foul of the quarter against Preston, as Davis makes the free throw and completes the 3-point play with 24 seconds to play here in the quarter. Driving all the way, left-hand layup is good by Alder. So Alder gets the basket back. She has 4. It's 14-9. 3 seconds in the quarter. 2. Spillett has to try to spin and throw it up left-handed. However, Dow got a piece of it, knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Pocatello with 0.4 of a second left. They have time to catch and shoot, but that's about it. Ball deflected, Dow's got it, and that's the way the quarter ends. So after one, it's 14-9. Preston on top. Back with second quarter after this.
It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Preston on top by 5 after the first quarter. They lead it 14-9.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
She stops the ball
out of bounds. Do you like earning
bounds.
interest on your money? If
Here
so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account.
As the
It
ball
is a free
deflected pass
checking
lands on
account
the
that can earn a
sideline.
high rate of interest on the first
Just off to
$25,000.
my
The
right.
rate is even higher
So
than that
we'll
of
bring
most
it back
savings
in, and
accounts.
Spillett
So
will bring it
stop
back
by
in.
and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website
Spillett
at
gets it into Murdoch
ls-bank.com
just
and
into
ask
the
us how
game.
you can
Murdoch
qualify
back
for
to
this high
Spillett, down
interest
low
rate on
goes
your
to
checking
Davis.
account.
Her
Lewiston State
shot
Bank,
rolls
a
in
division
and
of
out,
People's
and it's off the
Intermountain
hands of
Bank, member
Alder.
FDIC.
She had the rebound, then dropped it out of bounds. Upset with herself, and she gives it a little kick at the floor. Spillett going to bring it back in again. Inside, two-point jumper. Needs a roll and gets it. The jumper by Pearson gives her 4 in the game.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
They threw it away. Get it up to Wood.
Do you
Dow
like
did
earning
after
interest
intercepting
on
the
your
pass.
money? If
Quickly
so,
back up into the
Lewiston
front
State
court
Bank
to
has the
Alder.
account
Alder
for
all the
you.
way to the
This is
basket,
Shelley
laid in.
Austin, and I'm here to tell you about
Nobody
our
stopped
MyRate
her.
checking account.
She gets
It
a
is
layup
free checking
and now has
account
6
that can earn
points
a
in
high rate of
the
interest
first
on the
half here
first
tonight. Time out on the floor.
$25,000.
We'll
The
take
rate
it
is
as well.
even
Back
higher
with
than
more
that of
after
most
this.
savings accounts.
On
So stop by
105.5
and
FM,
visit
AM
me at our
1340 and
Tremonton branch, or go to our
mylocalradio.com.
website.
Ready to go back to work here in the second quarter with 6:52 remaining in the first half. On the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard, it's 18-11. Preston with a 7-point lead. Once again, the full court pressure. Spillett drives through it, gets it ahead. The shot was altered by Dow. In fact, it was Alder who finally came over and blocked the shot of Cates as she tried to go up with it. And it's going to be a held ball as the ball ended up on the floor. And it's again going to go back to Preston on the alternating possession rule. Wood brings it up into the front half. Front court gives it off to Meek. Alder with it in the corner, drives into the paint. Little right-hand hook is a wild shot. Gets her own rebound. She'll dribble it back out now and try to set up the offense again. As it comes back out to Wood, top of the key. Goes down the right side, looks inside to Dow, can't get it to her, so she gives it back to Alder. Just really changed spots with her. She'll go down the right side this time, flip it up and in. She went down the right side, got down on the block, and was able to just go up and in with it. She now has 8. Bethany Dow with 8 as well in the first half, and it's 20 to 11, a 9-point lead for Preston here with 5:50 remaining here in the first half. Glad to have you with us tonight on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and of course mylocalradio.com. Spillett for 3. Needs a bounce, won't get it. It's tapped around, but we have a foul underneath the basket. Foul's going to go on Sage Meek. That'll be her first. Just the second team foul against Preston here in the first half. Pocatello has only 3 team fouls that they've committed so far tonight. Spillett gets it into Pearson. Pearson kind of shimmy shakes, tries to get away from Sage Meek, couldn't, so she gives it off. Back out top, it comes to Spillett again. Carrie Despain the game for the first time for Preston. As the ball's blocked by Dow, she got another one. Spillett down the middle, and Dow's got that one again. So 2 blocks in the sequence, the ball taken away by Cassie Pugmire. Pugmire's going to push it up into the front court. Gives it off to Despain. Back to Meek. Meek fumbles it, so she's got to go chase it and pick it up along the sideline. Now bring it back out top. Gives it back to Despain. Despain kicked it after she dropped it, and this time Pocatello picks it up. They give it to Spillett. Quickly back up into the front court. Defenders are back, so they will slow things up. In fact, the guards come way out in this 2-1-2 zone defense. Dow's taken away another one, and she intercepted the pass to Despain up in the front court. Into the corner, gives it back to Dow. Little spin move, and she traveled. She thought about going up and realized I think she was farther away from the basket than she thought she was. If she would have shot, it would have been about a 13-foot jumper, and she thought she was much closer than that. So the full court pressure again put on by Preston. Spillett gets it up to the timeline, dribbles it into the front court, and then she stepped out of bounds. So the turnover is going to go back over to the Indians. You saw Liz Linhart walk through the shot here, and as she comes back into the game, and Carrie Despain brings it in just to my immediate right. Pugmire down in the right corner, looks inside to get it to Dow. Dow kicks it back out to Linhart, back to Pugmire, looks at a 3, good. Cassie Pugmire, who had only 2 points in the game on Saturday, hits her first shot here. It's a 3-pointer, and that makes it 23-11. It's back up to a 12-point lead again for Preston. 4 minutes left here in the first half. A running jumper is no good. Rebound inside by Murdoch. They lay it off as it goes to, I believe that was 32, Slade Davis, who made the basket inside. Despain from along the baseline hits her first shot tonight as well. Carrie Despain, who didn't play the other night, or at least didn't score in that game against Green Canyon, has 2 points here tonight. Right side, the ball comes off to Pearson. Pearson gives it back to Spillett. She looks at another long 3. Need a bounce? Nope. Linhart inside, bats the ball around. It's taken away by Pocatello, comes back out. It comes back out to Pearson. Pearson gives it off in the corner as it goes to Murdoch. Tries to force it inside, triple teamed, and finally they tie the ball up as they force the ball inside to Megan Rao, and she found herself surrounded by blue jerseys, and on the alternating possession rule, the ball's going to come back to, it's going to stay with Pocatello. Carrie Despain stepped out of bounds like she was going to try to steal the ball from the referee, but it's going to stay with Pocatello instead. Murdoch driving across the top of the key. Back to Spillett. Pulls up for about a 16-footer this time. That's no good. Linhart has the rebound for Preston. Gets it out to Despain. Carrie's going to push. Gets it up to Dow. Back to Despain. Looks inside in the paint. It's Linhart. Turnaround jumper. Too strong. And Dow with the rebound goes back off the glass and in. That makes it 27-13. A 14-point advantage now for Preston on the Rod Keller Tire scoreboard with 2:35 remaining here in the half. Spillett gets it ahead. Wilkes then down low. They tried to get it to Davis, and once again, here comes Dow for the block. That's got to be at least 5 in the first half. So very active tonight is Bethany Dow. Ball comes in along the baseline. That's Wilkes. Wilkes finds herself in a crowd, now gives it off. Comes back out to Murdoch from the right corner. That left corner, that's good. Wilkes able to hit the basket from the corner. 2:15 to play here in the second quarter. And it's 27-15. The lead's still 12 points for Preston. Dow drives down the lane. Spin move in the paint. High off the glass. No good. Rebound's taken away and a foul in the backcourt. Carrie Despain tried to whack the ball away, but instead hit the arm of the rebounder. As the ball now comes back out. Going to be taken there brought in by Pocatello again under full court pressure. Alicia Wood back into the game for Preston. Up into the front court. Wilkes down low underneath. Dow couldn't get to that one, but the shot was no good. Now a foul underneath. They're going to shoot two. The foul's going to go against Liz Linhart. That's just her first. And the fourth against Preston as a team here in the first half, as Megan Rao is going to go to the free throw line. She'll shoot two from there. And the first one needs a bounce and won't get it. So Megan's still looking for her first points of the game. With 1:51 to play. And she missed them both. Dow has the rebound up high. Gives it off to Wood. She pushes it up into the front court. Gives it off to Despain. Left side, free throw line extended. Now back out top to Wood. Wood tried to look behind her, and she lost the ball. Is Spillett able to get it? Spillett drives, and that's going to be a charge. Offensive foul against Spillett. I honestly thought that Woods had really kind of lost her balance and fell down, but they're going to call it a charging violation. So Despain will bring it in. Full court pressure again put on here by Pocatello. In the corner, Woods has it, gets it back to Despain. Pugmire up into the front court. She drives all the way off the glass, no good. Linhart with the rebound, put back score. Liz Linhart with her third and fourth points of the game. Lead again is 14. And a blocking foul against Linhart after making the good play. Picks up her second foul and the team's fifth. So they'll bring it back in just to my right. Alana Murdoch brings it in. As it's out top. Pearson dribbling there. Goes over on the left side to Wilkes. Now back out top to Pearson. On the right wing, a two-pointer. Long shot put up. That's no good by Murdoch. Gets her own rebound. Gives it off down low underneath. Maddie Wilkes able to go off the glass and in. So quickly, Preston pushes back up into the front court. Three-point attempt by Despain, no good. Rebound comes off to Pocatello on the one-shot possession for Preston. Up into the front court. Pearson drives across the top of the key. Bad pass intercepted by Pugmire. Pugmire had it taken away as Pearson gets it back. Underneath, the shot blocked again by Dow. Rao gets blocked again. Now they're going to call a foul on Pugmire this time, or on Bethany. So the foul goes against Dow. That's just her first, and it's 1-1 now for Pocatello. As Megan Rao at the free throw line, she makes the first. Rao ready again, and she made them both. So that cuts the lead down to 10 inside 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Pugmire for three, that's no good. Despain has the rebound down low, kicks it back out. Linhart, little jumper, that's no good. Despain has the tap. She's able to keep it alive again. Back to Linhart. Back out to the top of the key. It comes to Dow with 18 seconds to play. Wood for three, good. Kept the ball alive, and it paid off for him, as Wood was able to hit the three-point jumper. 4 seconds on the clock. 3, 2. They don't know the clock. Now they just throw the ball up there, and it's no good. But that's the way the first half ends here tonight. Preston leads 32-19. A big run in the second quarter by the Preston Indians, and it gets them a big lead at the end of the first half. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and talk about the first half as we continue right after this on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Hall Oil Company. Hall Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel, even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Hall Oil Company.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back. We're at halftime here in Pocatello with the Indians, with the Preston Indians leading 32-19 at the half, a 13-point advantage. And we talked about the keys to tonight's game. Number one was stay out of foul trouble. Only one Preston Indian has more than one foul, and that's Liz Lenhart. She has two. Lenhart, who has 4 points in the first half, has played very well inside, has grabbed some big rebounds as well. Bethany Dow has been all over the place. She's blocked as I think my count is 6 blocks. She had a total of 5 on Saturday in the game against Green River, or against Green Canyon, I should say. She has at least that many so far here tonight in the first half as well. And don't turn the ball over. 25 turnovers on Saturday. Preston so far in the first half has done pretty good keeping their control of the ball, not turning it over. But yeah, they've still had too many turnovers, I'm sure, to Coach Hall's liking during the first half of tonight's game. Take another timeout. We'll come back, have a little bit more at halftime as we continue right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Welcome back. The Preston Indians coming back on the floor. Get ready for the second half, which is still about 3 minutes away. Gives us a chance to look at the scorecard for tonight's game. First for Pocatello in the first half, Addie Spillett, who has 2 fouls, had 2 points. Maddie Wilkes had a total of 4 points in the first half. Megan Rao with 2. Abigail Pearson had 4. Preston Cates with 2. And Salai Davis had a total of 5 points in the first half of tonight's game. For Preston, Jessica Alder had 8 points and no fouls. That's a good sign. Elisa Wood finished the first half with 3. Carrie Despain had 2 in the first half. Sage Meeks played but did not score. Addie Mosier had 2. Bethany Dow with 10 in the first half. She has 1 foul, so that's good. Can keep her out of foul trouble so you can stay on the floor. Cassie Pugmire with 3. She also has 1 foul. Liz Lenhart is the one person with more than 1 foul for Preston. She has 2, and she picked up 4 points in the first half. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Second half just around the corner. We'll get to that as we continue right after this on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston. When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed, and Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi-load, and they have poly pipes and culverts in the diameter and length that will get that water running where it needs to go in the spring. Remember, too, that Valley Implement has a great selection of used tractors and farm equipment at prices that work for your operation. See Valley Implement and Irrigation in Preston, Logan, or Grays.
Second half, Preston leading 32-19, and the ball belonged to Preston to start the second half. Reminder, the boys tournament starts tomorrow. 4 big games. Preston plays Bonneville tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and we'll have it for you here on mylocalradio.com. I think the clock wasn't ready or malfunctioned. There we go, so we'll bring the ball in again. We'll take a do-over, shall we say. So they'll bring it in. Mosier, same starting 5 for Preston. Mosier across the top of the key, gives it off to Wood, but she traveled. So a turnover against Preston to start the second half, right after we talked about at halftime, where they had not really turned the ball over that much, at least not to be on a pace to commit 25 like they had on Saturday. Up into the front court and a reach-in foul, as that's going to be against Mosier. Addie's first team foul against Preston here in the second half. Ball out of bounds to Pocatello on the side, as Spillett brings it in to Pearson. Back to Spillett. Left side, free throw line extended down along the baseline. The shot there is an air ball by Cates, taken away by Alder. Up into the front court. Spillett tried to come over and intercept the pass, but they just simply knocked it out of bounds. They actually knocked it in Kimber Hall's lap. Alder brings it in to Mosier. Brick takes it across left side as it goes to Wood. Back out top to Mosier. Mosier dribbles the ball across the top of the key, right side, now down to the corner to Wood again. Got right down on the block, sets Linhart. A little short jumper is good. That gives Linhart 6. And extends the lead out to 34-19 for the Indians. So a 15-point advantage here early on in quarter number 3. Ball tapped, still reaches the intended target. Now skip pass comes all the way across, back out top. It comes to Spillett. Over in the corner to Pearson. Dribbles out of the corner, back to Spillett. Dribbles against Mosier. Down along the baseline, and it went to Cates. Cates almost carried the ball over, and then someone got a hand on it from Preston and tapped it out of bounds. Spillett will bring it in. Finally gets it in the corner. And the ball, her pass out is tapped. Wood has it. Here comes Preston 3-on-2. Wood all the way, has her shot blocked from behind, but she's fouled. She's going to go to the line. The foul's going to go against Maddie Wilkes. That'll be her first tonight. And first against Pocatello here in the second half. So here's Elisa Wood. Makes her first free throw here tonight. She was a perfect 4 for 4 on Saturday from the free throw line against Green Canyon. Still has one more coming, and she was fouled on the shot. That one rolls out, so she made one of the 2. She has 4 points in the game. And now here comes Spillett with the dribble back up into the front court for Pocatello. 6:28 to play here in quarter number 3. Looking at a 3, doesn't take it. Back out top to Spillett. Swing it back over here to the near side. Pearson. Free throw line extended left. Back out top to Spillett. Holds the ball back up top of her head. Now brings it back down. Back over on the near side as it comes again to Pearson. Drives. Dishes. About a 12-foot jumper is no good, as that was put up by Murdoch. And here come the Preston Indians back the other way quickly at a foul. Mosier was driving all the way to the basket and coming over and got her on the arm as she was headed in for the layup. Was against Murdoch. That's her first. 2 team fouls against Pocatello here in the second half, and Addie Mosier at the free throw line. Mosier did not attempt foul shots on Saturday. She had 4 points and 3 rebounds. She missed the first one here. Second one rattles around and stays out as the rebound's off to Maddie Wilkes. Gives it off to Addie Spillett, who pushes the ball back up into the front court. Spillett tries to get it inside. Nice hands by Dow to knock it away. Here come the Indians back 2-on-1. Back to Dow, lay it up and in. Good job by Bethany Dow to run the floor after taking the ball away. And good recognition by Addie Mosier to get the big girl the ball. Driving up the floor. And then a reach-in foul against Linhart. That's her third. Ball in from the side, comes to Spillett. She looks at a three, short. Dow was there to fight for the rebound, and the ball goes out of bounds. I should say Linhart was there to fight for the rebound, and it went out of bounds. So Preston will bring it in. No pressure as they drop back. They being Pocatello, they'll drop back and settle into a 2-3 zone. Wood right in front of the bench, gives it back to Mosier and then cuts through. Goes to Alder. Down low on the block to Dow. High off the glass, shoots over the triple team. Bethany has 14 here in the game. And the lead back out to 20 now for Preston, their biggest lead of the game. It's 39-19. Dow has another block shot. That's got to be at least a half dozen tonight. Mosier pushes up into the front court. Wood looks at a three. Good. Soft bounce and soft roll on the rim, but it fell in for her. And now quickly here comes Spillett back up into the front court. Her three is no good. Alder has the rebound, therefore for the Preston Indians. She'll push back up into the front court to Wood. Snap pass back down on the block. It goes to Dow again. Put back and put in. She'll jump her off the glass and able to put in, and there's a timeout on the floor. Preston 44, Pocatello 19. We'll take a timeout. Back with more after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
On the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard, the lead for Preston is 25 as we continue play here in quarter number 3. 44-19 with 4:26 to play here in the third. And waiting for the ladies from Pocatello to come back out on the floor. Here they come. And it'll be their ball in the backcourt. Out of bounds after the layup basket by Bethany Dow. Bethany now with 16 in the game. As they'll get it back in. Full court pressure again put on by the Indians, by the Preston Indians. Back over to Spillett up into the front court as it comes to Murdoch. She drives, kicks over in the corner. Two-pointer there put up by Rye is no good, or Ray rather. As missed the shot and then went and committed the foul. So Stephanie Ray commits the foul. She picks up her first foul tonight, and that's 3 team fouls against Pocatello to 2 here in the third quarter for Preston. Down low, and gets it down low to Linhart, and she goes off the glass and in. Full court pressure again put on by Preston. Pearson gives it to Spillett up into the front court. Spillett dribbling, now kicks it down in the corners. It goes to Ray, back to Spillett. Back across the top of the key. Pearson now back to Spillett. Wants to drive, can't on Woods. Back to Pearson. Back to Spillett, left side. Right at the elbow. Pass to Ray. And Mosier reached in. She's going to draw the foul. That's 3 team fouls against the Preston Indians and 2 against Addie Mosier here in the game. Spillett gets it in. And she traveled. She tried to make her way in between a couple of players, and in doing so, she jumped after she had already stopped her dribble. And by doing that, she traveled. So it turns the ball back over. Mosier up into the front court. Little spin move on Spillett. Right side, right in front of the Preston bench as it comes to Woods. Woods hits Dow as she pops out to the top of the key. Back to Mosier. Down low, Linhart off the glass and in. Linhart, who had 11 on Saturday, has 10 so far here tonight. As they break the press, they get the ball up into the front court. Dow has another block from behind this time. Spillett driving down the key, puts it up, count it, and she'll go to the free throw line. That's going to be on Liz Linhart, and that will be her 4th. So Liz is going to have to come out here for a little bit. As Cassie Pugmire back into the game to replace Linhart. Addie Spillett at the line, try to complete the three-point play. She missed it. And Dow has the rebound for Preston. Gives it off to Alder. Bring it up into the front court. Woods in the left corner. Nothing there, so she'll bring it back out. They work it all the way back across the top of the key, back to Mosier. Mosier hands it to Alder. Alder driving from the right block, puts it up, and she's fouled. That's going to go against Stephanie Ray. That's her 2nd. And now 4 team fouls on each team as Jessica Alder goes to the line. Foul in the act of shooting. And she makes the free throw. Along with her 5 points and 6 rebounds on Saturday, she made the only free throw attempt that she had. She makes the first one here. Now she makes the second as well. She has a total of 10 points here so far in the game here tonight. So that's 3 Preston Indians in double figures tonight. Good balanced scoring. And it's 50-21. 29-point lead for Preston. As Spillett shoots, that's an air ball. And that'll be turn the ball over. Ball back over to Preston as Cates comes back in for Pocatello. Kind of wonder what the difference in this game would have been if Destiny Harris, who's we're told their best player, as Mosier travels with the ball trying to break the press. So another turnover against Preston. If Destiny Harris would have played, nursing that pulled hamstring, how much different this game might have been. As inside, Preston with a big height advantage. Linhart and Dow taking full advantage of it. Down low on the right block. Dow has another block shot. Rips the ball loose. Picked up by Wood. Alicia Wood driving. 1-on-2. Count it. Foul. And she'll shoot the free throw. It's a nice drive by Wood. Defenders were back. It was a 1-on-2, but because she was ahead, she went ahead and took it all the way to the basket. Made the layup, makes her free throw. Now she has 10, and that's 4 different Preston Indians now in double figures tonight. Alder, Wood, Dow, and Linhart, all with 10-plus points. 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Spillett, top of the key. Pearson in the right corner, dribbles it back up, comes back to Spillett. She wants to drive, and she sees Dow standing in front of her, so she'll kick it back out. That's no good. Bethany has the rebound. Gives it off to Pugmire. She gives it to Mosier, who will skip the dribble up into the front court. 1:35 to play. She kicked it, but fortunately it went right to Cassie Pugmire. To Wood, and Wood travels. She wanted to fake the shot and then go around her defender, but in doing so, she kind of just skipped a little bit. And that's a turnover, another turnover against the Indians. 1:25 to play in the third. on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. 53-21. Three-pointer by Pearson is good. Pearson now with 7, makes it 53-24. The Preston Indians on top. And ball poked away. I'm going to say it's going to stay with Preston, but it sure looked like it went off Moser's shin as Wood brings it in. Gets it to Pugmire right along the sideline. Now back to Mosier. Mosier. Backdoor pass to Alder. Nice pass. Basket counts. Foul, and Jessica's going to go to the free throw line. Shaylee Davis with her first foul. Alder count the basket. So Alder now goes to the free throw line, trying to complete the three-point play with 58 seconds left in the quarter. And she does. Gives her a total of 13 on the game. As Sydney Marlowe into the game for the first time tonight for Preston. And the lead back out 56-24. .50 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Down low in the corner it goes to Cates. Swing it back out top. Now over in the right corner. That's Pearson. Can't get the shot. She dumps it down low. The jumper there by Cates is no good. Rebound put back is controlled finally by Preston. Here they come 2 on 3. And traveling with the ball. She drugged the back foot, did Mosier. That's another traveling violation against the Preston Indians. 32 seconds left here in quarter number 3 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. 56-24, Preston on top. Three-pointer from the right side. Needs a bounce, won't get it. As Pearson, the ball come in and out. Put back inside is good as Davis able to get the rebound and go back up with it and put it in. Pugmire draws the foul, her second. That's 5 on Preston as the team. Pocatello already with 6 is out of fouls. The rebound no good. The shot no good inside. The rebound another foul, as it was Maddie Wilkes putting the ball back up. That's going to go against Sydney Marlowe just into the game. That's her first. And now both teams out of fouls, as that's the 6th-team foul against the Preston Indians. As Wilkes makes the free throw to give her 5 on the game. Murdoch back in will replace Spolette, who goes to the bench. Wilkes made them both. Makes it 56-28. 18 ticks left here in the third quarter. Addie Mosier pushes the ball up into the front court. She'll give it off to Woods. Woods down low to Marlowe. Back to Mosier in the corner on the right block. Back to Mosier. Turns, goes off the glass, no good. With 2 seconds, it goes off to Pocatello, and they can't get a shot off, and that's the way the quarter will end. Preston leads 56-28 after 3. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. We'll go to the fourth after this break on 105.5 FM, AM 1340 and mylocalradio.com.
Refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
As we go to the fourth quarter, Preston leads by 28. It's 56-28. And they've already gone to the bench to try to bring in some of the other players as Anna Nelson is in the game. Carrie Despain comes back in, as does Sage Meek. Sydney Marlowe stays out there, as does Cassie Pugmire. They ought to see a lot of playing time here in quarter number 4 as Pocatello brings the ball in to start the 4th. Driving, shooting is no good by Wilkes. Ball's loose and it goes to Preston. So balanced scoring if they don't come back in, and I doubt they will, but Alder, Woods, Dow, and Linhart all in double figures tonight. Coach Hall has to be happy with that. Despain, her jumper needs a bounce, won't get it. Inside putback is good. I'm going to say that was Marlowe who made the basket. Referee standing right in front of me. I couldn't see it. 3-point attempt. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Ball tied up inside. As good hands there by Anna Nelson to tie the ball up. And it's going to go back to Preston on the alternating possession rule. As Megan Rao comes back into the game, number 11 in white for Pocatello. And Sage Meek will bring the ball back up into the front court. Crosses over on her defender. Now gives it off to Despain. Stops at the free throw line. Nice pass. Down low to Pugmire. Her shot is no good. Ball still loose underneath. Pocatello has it. They control it as they get it out of trouble. Back to Wilkes. Across the timeline. Pushes it up into the front court. Wilkes goes over in the corner. That's to Murdoch. Brings it back out top. She'll give it off to Pearson. Pearson thought about the three. Didn't take it. Now she'll pull the ball all the way back out and let the offense establish. As it comes to Wilkes. Back out top to Pearson again. Pearson back to Wilkes. Wants to get it inside. Goes around Pugmire. That shot's no good. Anna Nelson has the rebound. She gives it off to Pugmire. Cassie will push back up into the front court. She gives it off to Meek. Back to Pugmire. Pugmire drives. Finds a cutting to Spain. Missed the layup. Pretty pass by Pugmire. Great idea as they get it back up into the front court and a foul on the drive. That's going to go against Mosier. That's her third. And that's going to be free throws here for Pocatello. So Maddie Wilkes is going to go back to the free throw line. Wilkes with 6, makes the first. Now she'll get the bonus. That makes it 58-29. Preston still leading handily. Second one's no good. Rebound inside, put back by Davis. That's no good. Tapped around, ends up in the hands of Spillett, just back onto the floor. Back down low, the blocking foul, and the free throws coming. As the foul's going to go against Anna Nelson. That's her first. That's 8 now. Team fouls against Preston here in the half. So 1 and 1 here for Davis. And the first one's no good. Sophie Ray into the game. Missed the first. She made the second. As under full court pressure, now Preston gets the ball up into the front half, and then they take it away. Then Despain commits the foul as Spillett was trying to break away. That's the second on Carey tonight. Spillett goes to the free throw line. She has 7 points tonight. Make it 8, and that gives her team high honors now with the 8 points. Referee comes over and says we need to have the clock run because it's such a large lead here for Preston here in the second half or second quarter. So under a running clock, Preston gets it up in the front court to Pugmire. Pugmire in the right corner, wants to drive, down on the block, kick it back out. Meek looks at a three, no good. Boy, looked good from here. As able to chase it down was Anna Nelson, gives it back to Meek. 5:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. As Despain lost it and she tried to pick it up, the ball hit her on the ankle and she's standing out of bounds. So Pocatello brings the ball back up. 5 minutes to play in the game. On the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard, 58-32, Preston on top, on their way to another big win here tonight. Bounce it inside, down on the block. Turning is Rao. Went down to a knee, couldn't get a shot. Finally give it to Spillett, splits the couple of defenders and flips up toward the basket. That's going to be free throws. The foul's on Despain again. That's her third. That's 10 team fouls now against Preston, so 2 shots here for Addie Spillett. First one needs a bounce, won't get it as it rolls around and comes out. And the junior will get another shot. Alexis Harris going to come into the game as Spillett makes the second free throw. And got a whistle after the free throw. And here comes Alexis Harris, the 5'6" junior, into the game. Got some playing time on the JV team today, and then gets to dress with the varsity team as well. Waiting for get her shoe tied and tucked in. As it comes to Meek. Meek gets it up to Harris. Now back to Meek. Up in the front court, they get it to Despain. Hands it back to Meek. Go driving all the way. Left hand layup is good. Sage Meek gets on the scorecard with authority. Nice left-handed layup on the drive. Kick it off as it comes to Murdoch. Her shot in, out, goes back in. Murdoch gets her first 2 points of the game. 3:20 to play in the contest. Harris, nice bounce pass, gets it to Meek. Meek tries to drive on Spillane. Had it knocked away momentarily. She had to go and get it, and then back to Despain again, and she traveled with the ball. 3 minutes to play in the contest. Timeout called by the officials. As again, Alexis Harris is trying to tie up her shoes here. And finally she's ready to play. Now we'll go. 2:58 left here in the fourth. Brought to you by up in the right side, Spillane straight away. As it comes to Ray. Ray gives it back to Spillett on the right side. Now Spillett gets it back. She goes down the right side, looks at a 2. She steps inside the arc. That's no good. As the rebound is caught by Ray, but she's standing out of bounds when she came down. Pugmire back into the game as Anna Nelson will leave. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left here in quarter number 4. Big lead for the Indians, the Preston Indians. Back to Despain. Tries to get it down low to Pugmire, has it punched away from her and goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Preston underneath their own basket. As they get it back in, as it comes to Sydney Marlowe, her shot's no good. As Pugmire with the rebound tries to go back up, she's fouled, and she's going to go to the line. Stephanie Ray called for the foul. That's her third, team 7th, so 1-1 here for Pugmire. First one is good. Cassie with 4. Sub coming back in as Abigail Pearson will come back into the game. Here for Pocatello. And now Pugmire will shoot the second. That one rattles in and out. Rebound is off to Pocatello. They'll push 3-on-3 coming back the other way. Defenders are back, so they'll slow the ball down as it is Spillett. Her 3 is no good. Tapped around, ends up in the hands of Marlowe. Ahead it comes to Despain. Despain drives all the way, stops at the right block, kicks it back out to Harris. Her fake. She'll flip it over to Meek over on the left side. Meek will drive again, stops down low on the block, kicks it back to Pugmire. Her 3 is good. Cassie Pugmire hits the three, gives her a total of 7 inside the final minute now here in the game. 40 seconds to play. Spillette out top as it comes back to Pearson. Her shot is good. Pearson, a little 8-foot jumper, gives her 9 in the game. Bad pass goes over Harris's head and out of bounds. And they go back to Pocatello right by the bench, just to our right. 15 seconds to play. Spillette works it over to Murdoch. Down in the corner, it goes back down to Pearson. Pearson tried to get the pass down low to Rao. She was taking the ball away, but then a foul, and it's going to be called on Pugmire. And for Pugmire, that's her second, and that's the way the game ends. So the running clock over the last 5 minutes of the game, as Preston able to take advantage of it as they go on to a big win, 64-37. So a big win tonight for the Preston Indians. As we'll take a timeout, we'll come back and we'll have our post-game show for you coming up right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. This has been Preston Indians basketball. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Welcome back to the postgame show. The Preston Indians picking up an impressive 64-37 win here tonight over the Pocatello Indians. And, you know, we talked about all the different keys to the game early on back in the pregame show. One thing we didn't mention was balanced scoring. And that's what Coach Kimber Hall got tonight, was good balanced scoring, as 4 of his players, Alder, Wood, Dow, and Linhart, all picked up double figures tonight. Bethany with number of rebounds, had at least 6 or 7 block shots in the game here tonight as well. So a powerful production night tonight for the Preston Indians as they pick up the win, 64-37. Take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at the stat sheet from tonight's game as we continue right after this on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Was their leading scorer. Alicia Murdoch had 2. Peyton Cates also with 2. And Celaya Davis had 7 in the game. For the Preston Indians, Jessica Alder finished the game with 13 tonight. Alicia Woods had 10. Alexis Harris played but did not score. Annie Nelson played but did not score. Carrie Despain had 2. Sage Meek with 2. Addie Mosier had 2. Sydney Marlowe with 2. Bethany Dow had 16 and a truckload of blocked shots tonight. Cassie Pugmire had 7, and Liz Linhart finished the game with 10 points tonight for the Indians, who improved their record as they are now 7-5 on the year. Take our last time out, come back and tell you what's on tap. More action coming up for you tomorrow. We'll tell you about it coming up right after this on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Here's what's on tap as far as the Preston Indians are concerned as we move into the rest of the weekend. Of course, tomorrow kicks off the boys tournament as the guys will be at home as they'll play at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and they will take on the Bonneville Bees from over in Boise. Will make the trip over, and they will play at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Against the boys team from Preston. We'll have that game for you coming up tomorrow night starting at 8 o'clock. That'll be our next broadcast as Lyle Fuller will join myself for all the action. And we'll have that game for you on mylocalradio.com tomorrow night. And then on Friday and Saturday, depending on how things go, the game's times could vary. But this will be a very stout tournament for Preston. They've invited 7 other really good teams, and it should be very challenging at the end of Saturday evening when they finally crown the champion. So that'll wrap up the game for me here in Pocatello for tonight. The executive director of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Special thanks to our studio coordinator tonight, John Beverly, keeping us on the air, and also thanks to Mackenzie Loveland, who operated the camera for us tonight on our video feed. So until tomorrow night, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thank you for joining us tonight. As we remind you the final score, Preston knocks off Pocatello big for their first win here in Pocatello in the last several years. They beat the Pocatello Indians by the final score of 64-37. Until tomorrow night, I'm Dan Hubbard wishing you a very pleasant good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting LLC.